Hey y'all, welcome back to Curls Pop Naturally. If this is your very first time here, welcome. Today I have a special treat for you all. I won't be doing my hair today, but a big part of Curls Pop Naturally is education. So I want to make sure that you guys are getting the styles and practicing and having your curls pop, but I want to also make sure that you all are taking good care of your hair, and most naturals want their hair to grow. So I want to talk about those type of things. So today we're going to talk about the don'ts of being natural. So stay tuned and we'll get right into it. So I have 12 things that I have written down. So if you see me looking down, I just have a couple of notes, but there are certain things that we should just not be doing as naturals if our main goal and focus is hair growth and healthy hair. The first thing is, do not neglect getting trims. You should be getting trims at least every 6 to 12 weeks. I go every 2 months to go get my hair professionally trimmed because I leave those type of things to professionals. That's not something that I've mastered myself as a natural. So I go every 8 weeks to the dot to make sure that I'm getting my hair trimmed, because in order to have a healthy head of hair, you have to manage those dead ends. Keeping those dead ends is only detrimental to your hair. Your hair will not continue to grow down the hair shaft if you continue to allow those dead ends to stay on your hair. Number 2, do not skip deep conditioning. I am living proof of this. I stopped getting my hair straightened back in 2017. I only go and get my hair silk pressed once a year just to see where my growth is. The first year, I hit it out of the park. I did so well. I saw the growth. My hair was so healthy. And so the following year, I really thought that I was doing something and I stopped deep conditioning. Horrible decision. My hair was so dry. It broke off. It did not grow. I regretted that. All 2019, I may have deep conditioned my hair maybe once or twice because I was just, I was in the groove. I knew how to style my hair. I didn't want to have a wash day that was 3 hours. So I just completely stopped it. So do not do that. Make sure you are deep conditioning at least 30 minutes every wash day. I suggest washing your hair every week, but you can go as long as 2 weeks. You never want to go more than 2 weeks without washing your hair unless you're in a protective style. Number 3, I've already kind of talked about this, but very important for healthy hair. If you want to be able to do a wash and go, a perm rod set, a twist out, it is very important that you do not overly straighten your hair, because that leads to heat damage. If you are constantly straightening your hair every day and you're natural, it's not going to be good for your curl pattern. If there's very many people that I've seen that's able to go both ways. Like they can straighten their hair every day and still be able to do a wash and go the next week. I'm not that person. I can't do that. So I don't suggest that you do that either, because it makes it very hard for someone just starting out natural. And you also don't want to have to come to the hard decision that I had to come to 3 years ago, where I had to gradually cut out my heat damage because it was not going away. And that's something that is very, very, very hard to overcome. So make sure you're not overly using heat. The 4th thing is, don't over manipulate your hair. Simple as that. Your goal on wash day is to have a style that lasts you until your next wash day, period. You don't want to be having to retwist your hair every night. You don't want to have to redo your hair on Wednesday. You want to have that style for the entire week. So I took out my twist on Saturday. This is the same style, and this is actually Wednesday. And I won't do my hair again until Friday. And I work out every day, and this is just going to have to do, because I don't want to keep putting my hands in my hair, because once you put your hands in your hair, you're retwisting every night. That allows for that breakage to happen. So don't over manipulate your hair. Number 5, Don't use harmful hair product just because they are cheap or popular. Make sure you are looking at the labels. You don't want any sulfates, any parabens, any bad alcohols in your hair care products, because that's just going to strip your hair. It's going to damage your hair, and it's going to make this even more of an uphill battle to grow your hair. So just make sure you're really mindful of the products that you're putting in your hair. Number 6, halfway there, do not sleep on cheap brands you can find at the dollar store. Y'all, there are so many good brands at Dollar General right now. African Pride being one of them. They are so good. The leave-in conditioner alone will have my twist out popping. I will do a review coming up on the African Pride brand, but just because a product is cheap does not mean that it won't work on your hair. You do not have to buy $20 shampoo for it to work on your natural hair. So when you're in Dollar General, if it's something that is $2 or $3, go ahead and try it. What's the harm in trying it? So do not sleep on the cheaper brands. Number 7, do not go more than 2 weeks without washing your hair. I've already said this. Unless you're in a protective style, it does your hair no justice. You have product buildup. You are more than likely having issues with your hair being dried out. So go ahead and wash your hair, deep condition it at least every 2 weeks. Number 7, do not harm your hair during protective styles. What's the point of a protective style if your edges are completely braided, if you're not adding a little bit of oil to keep your actual hair moisturized, if you're not protecting your edges throughout, making sure that you're still taking care of your hair even though it's protected is very key. Number 8, do not skip your scalp massages. You should be doing these at least 2 or 3 days a week, and it only has to be about 2 or 3 minutes. And it doesn't have to be any type of expensive scalp oil, hair growth oil. It can be something super simple, that you just buy at Walmart that, is a hair oil. A lot of brands have them. Even if you want to do Jamaican black castor oil, just, a massage in your hair, because that opens up those hair follicles and it allows your hair to grow. So make sure you're doing your scalp massages. Also, do not sleep on cotton pillowcases. That is literally tearing your hair up. You want to invest in a satin bonnet, satin pillowcase. All super cheap things. I've actually been selling these Curls Pop Naturally bonnets for my following. If you all are interested, leave me a comment. I'll send you the information. But it's very important that you are protecting your hair at night with some type of satin material so that you are not almost having your hair susceptible to breakage just as you sleep. Just imagine all those hours you're sleeping on that cotton pillowcase, it is damaging your hair. So 2 more. Don't forget your microfiber towel or a t-shirt when drying your hair. You do not want to dry your hair with a regular towel. That also promotes breakage. So get you a microfiber towel. Those are very inexpensive. You can get them at Ross, Target, TJ Maxx, pretty much anywhere. I'll also start selling those as a part of Curls Pop Naturally merchandise. So just be looking out for that as well. Lastly, don't forget that slow and steady wins the race. Don't take shortcuts. Don't cut out deep conditioning. Don't cut out shampooing. I know people are getting really into this co-washing thing. Wash your hair. You don't co-wash your body. Do not co-wash your hair. Wash it, condition it, deep condition it, do your protein treatments when you're supposed to. I'm going to have a segment on protein treatments and deep conditioners because there's literally no excuse, y'all. You need to be deep conditioning your hair, and your hair needs protein every now and then. So I hope you all found this very helpful. I will also do a segment on how to grow your hair because that's very important. But as a snippet or a teaser, those are the 12 don'ts. Just do the opposite and your hair will likely grow. But thank you all so much for being here. Go ahead and like and subscribe, turn on notifications. Again, I will have videos every Sunday and Wednesday. I look forward to talking to you all in my comments. Have a good day.